Alright, well, it's been 2 years since any of you pretty much last heard anything from me, and it's been about 4 years since I was actually uploading. So here's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna play a UHC, and I'm just gonna talk, and we're gonna go over some things. This is actually very tormenting to click, and it probably should be. We're gonna see what happens here, I guess. So as I stated, it's been about 2 years since I last uploaded, and I kind of in that video implied I would make another video today, and so me attempting to be a man of my word, that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I don't really view this as an entertainment video. I more so am just going to be talking and hoping some amount of people listen. I will say immediately, I'm not coming back, so if you're watching this hoping I'm saying this, I don't want to get your hopes up, and if you're hoping I don't come back, well, then there you go, there's your answer, I'm not. At first, I wasn't really going to make a video today, but over the past few months, maybe the past 3 or 4, there's been around a handful of people that have commented on the last few videos, kind of just wishing me well, and updating me on their life, and it's very sweet. I appreciate that. I truly do. And I feel as if I have some level of obligation to update those that care. So that's kind of my goal here, as well as just to have a better dialogue. And I think me just yapping nonstop as I play UHC is a good amount of time frame to do that. Firstly, I want to apologize that I'm literally going to be essentially live calling a UHC game as I do this. I sat here and I tried to talk to myself in Audacity several times, and I never managed to be able to say anything concrete. And I think the only way I will be able to do something is just more in line like this. But additionally, I mean, a lot of you back in the day would watch me do this, so this is probably what you'll want to see more, and that will keep retention up, which is obviously what I'm striving for. I intend for people to listen to me. That's, a goal any reasonable person would have. Oh boy. What is happening here? Okay. Here we go, I guess. Oh, we got the pickaxe, bro. So I guess just get talking. I don't really know. Oh my god, this is so difficult. I don't play UHC anymore. I don't think many of you do. So I don't think anybody is going to judge me for being bad. But that is not the thing people would be judging me for by watching this video. So I think that's fine. Also, I'm a little bit sick right now. You could probably hear it, but I wanted to try and make this today still, just because I essentially told myself and hinted at it 2 years previously, and I do try to be a man of my word, even if that could be in some people's eyes the only redeeming quality about me. So yeah, I haven't uploaded in about 4 years, and that is entirely my own fault, due to my own careless words. And as we all know, I had previously overstepped some boundaries and made some people uncomfortable, and that is the gist of it all. There's only so much I can say. It's no secret. I've done my best to acknowledge it, and I've spent the rest of my life since doing my best to make up for that fact by 1, not having an online presence, 2, seeking help and getting help, and 3, trying to do best by everybody going forward. A lot of people didn't really understand why I stopped uploading after this, and to those people, you clearly didn't understand this situation well then. Among, other reasons as to why I left, Like I said, they all kind of stem from this, but namely, I didn't like that some people, even just kind of in my community, completely uninvolved, were just getting targeted harassment for what I viewed as no reason. I don't know the people's justification behind this. I don't know if they believed it was justified, but to me, it just looked like somebody completely unrelated and uninvolved was getting hurt. And a lot of you may not believe me when I say this, but I don't strive for people to be hurt. I don't enjoy people being in pain. I don't intend to inflict pain. That may sound contradictory because, like I said, I have made people uncomfortable before, but that's really the extent of it. You know, people, a lot of people online I witnessed created these visions of kind of who I am and my character, and I mean, they were justified in doing so. I gave them reason to believe every claim that was stated about me, but it doesn't matter. I know everybody watching this already has an opinion about me one way or the other, and I'm not really going to try and change your opinion on me just because whatever conclusion you've come to, you probably have valid reasoning to have formed that conclusion. And I think me sitting here playing UHC 4 years later saying like one sentence or two isn't going to change much of anything. Now, I want to reiterate that, oh, what? Okay. Yeah, I want to reiterate that when I say like, oh, I've gotten help, you know, I've gone to therapy extensively since all this, that still doesn't make it right. And while I'm genuinely incapable of being in a headset or in a mindset or just a general life spot where I could essentially overstep boundaries and make people uncomfortable, that doesn't just make it okay. Yes, I've apologized. Yes, it's been several years. I don't know if the people involved care anymore. I don't speak to them. I don't think they wish to speak to me. I expect that. Despite all this, it's still not okay. I think about all of this every single day, genuinely. For a long time, it was like my thought every single day, essentially nonstop. But as I mentioned in the previous upload before this one, it took a backseat in my mind as I went through another tumultuous time. Now that that's cleared after all these years, it's still something that lingers in my head constantly. And a lot of people online, you know, when this happens, they're like, you are the worst of all time forever. You will always be hated. This should happen to you. They just want you all to know that, like, you know, I will never forgive myself, even if other people do. To look back on my life, this is one of those pivotal moments where I will forever look at it and wish I did better. And that's really what I should do. But it's been tough. It's been very lonely since it all, you know. Friends that I had for years, I don't talk to anymore, and I don't foresee that that will change. Essentially starting new in a lot of ways, and my life is completely different than when you last saw me. I mean, when I was streaming consistently, like, I lived with my parents. I didn't even have my driver's license. Like, it's been 4 years. Things are so different. I'm even gonna be graduating college here in like 2 months. It's hard for me to update on myself just because I feel like I said most decent updates about 2 years ago. Ultimately, I'm very sorry for letting all of you down. I had a responsibility, and I essentially abused that responsibility. I failed, and I broke all trust that people had in me. Now, given that, as I've tried to say, I've done what I can to make it right since then. I've seen many people since admit to far more sinister things. I mean, these are just words, you know, these individuals didn't have contact with me outside of, like, Discord. I don't believe they knew what I looked like. You know, people were always like, oh, you were doing this with them. Like, no. And I've seen many people admit to like dating very young people or like sending this and that with them, and that was not the case here. But even still, I'm aware that I overstepped a boundary and I do not forgive myself for it. But despite these nuances, I still affirm it is not okay, and that's why I don't really believe it's appropriate for me to have continued uploading. That's a big reason why I didn't. I think I, in theory, could have, considering that on the video, roughly 90% of the like dislikes was in favor of likes, but that video was kind of formatted in a way, with everything being addressed secondly, that it made it pretty easy for people to just sit there and like the video without even ever seeing it, and that was on me for kind of creating the, oh my god, that was so bad. Yeah, that sucks on my end, for kind of formatting it like that. You know, over the years, I've had a lot of ups and downs, and I would love to tell you all about it, but unfortunately, I don't really believe that I deserve to kind of have a platform to tell you all about it. Some of you essentially witnessed me lose my mind at one point. There was a instance where I had my next kind of big tumultuous event in my life, and I documented it in a sense through like me just sitting here and talking similar to this in a lot of videos on a separate channel. Now, I want to clarify, I wasn't trying to ever make an audience or really talk to people through that, but like I didn't grow a community, and I wasn't attempting to. There was just a few people that knew of it or found it and had seen some of it, but okay. Motherfucker's full diamond. What the fuck is happening here? Yeah, that's 14. GG's. Okay. Ultimately, there's only so much to say. Nobody's gonna be like, hey, this is fine. It's creepy and wrong, and I'm aware of that, and I regret it every single day of my life. You know, I've done what I can since, but I'm aware I can never do enough. My goal with this wasn't to, you know, have you change whatever vice in your head you may have about me. It was more of just to show people that I'm alive, whether that's unfortunate in your head or not, as well as just to acknowledge probably once and for all that, like, hey, this is what happened, and as a result, I'm just no longer around because I don't have a right to be, in a sense. There's only so much to say. I sit here and I think about what I would want to say every single day, and then when I sit here and actually talk, it's certainly far different. I guess that's all I have for now. I do stream very, very infrequently. I think I've streamed once. My last stream was probably like 6 months ago. I might do another in another 6 months or so. I just want to put that out there just so it's not as if I never said it. I'm not saying, oh, go follow me there or go join in on the streams. I don't really have a schedule, nor do I intend to. It's just, if you are somebody who's interested in ever hearing from me, that is the best way. But even then, it's very sporadic, and it's typically correlated to when I'm losing my mind. I'm sure as soon as I attempt to edit this, there's going to be a lot more I want to say. The reality is I won't always have a way to say what I want to say. I mean, everybody always thinks this or that already, and that's just how it is. Once again, I'm sorry for letting you all down. I'm especially sorry to individuals who I've made uncomfortable in the past. I never had ill intentions, but if you don't believe that, it is entirely justified, and it's not something I can easily disprove. I hope you all are well and continue to prosper in life, and I I suppose that will be it for now. Goodbye.